Leo, welcome back to Rogue Mystic Divination. This is going to be your December monthly for December 2024. But we're going to draw one card for the energy of the month, which is the King of Wands, which you're Leo, so. A natural leader, you may be feeling like you are leading by example. However, it could be that you are going off on your own tangent and expecting people to follow you, and it's not working out that way. You may just have to take the reins and decide to do what it is that you're working on or the goal that you're working towards, and just decide to do all of this yourself because you can't get anybody else on the same page as you. They're not willing to help you out, and doing this solo may be the best course of action for you. You may also have to bite the bullet and follow through on a career choice without waiting for anybody else's approval. And we are going to do one card for the beginning of the month, and one card for each week, and one card wrapping up the energy of the month, and what is it you're taking into January of 2025. But your beginning energy is a lack of teamwork. If you're having issues with people, it could be because you're not on their team, they're not on yours, but somehow everyone expects everyone else to be working towards the goal that they have. And again, it's just reiterating what I said before. You may have to take this natural leadership energy and turn it into a solo project, whatever it is that you're working on. Other people may have great difficulty getting on board with what it is that you're working on. So, also, they could be on their own, working towards their own goals and not divulging everything it is that they're doing, and that's going to make it very hard for you to follow along with. Everyone is just misaligned because they're all going their own way, and it looks more like a spider web than a group project. So it doesn't feel as though anyone is going to be giving you any issues because they're too busy with what it is that they're doing. If there's a lot of bickering going on, it could be because someone's working on something and they don't want you to know about it. But for week 1, we have the Nine of Swords, because our name is redundancy, right? It really just feels that you are being left out of something and you know it and you can't figure out what it is, but you also don't want to be upfront and ask. This leadership position could be because you have been singled out or even pushed aside. Like everyone is just deciding to get off of your boat and onto somebody else's. So this could end up triggering some trauma, some fear that you've been holding back, and I do feel as though, like in week 3, you're going to wrap it up and just be like, you know what, fine. My fire burns brighter if I'm not sharing it with others. So, week 2. Doing things upside down and backwards is going to actually have you headed in the right direction. You may have to choose to disagree with your current train of thought and agree with the opposing side, though. If you thought you were correct before, you're now going to decide that you were wrong, and I think that's where this impulsiveness and this restlessness is coming from. And you're going to have an issue focusing on and staying true to your word, because you believe this thing for so long, and now you've changed your mind. You've consciously changed your mind, but with this new information that you have, with this new path that you want to be on, it's turning the rest of your life upside down. And it's all because of the thought process that you have behind everything you're doing. Like, you now disagree with everything you were doing before. But you're making progress while you're disagreeing with yourself, which is making you... It's not helping with your focus situation. You are going to come off as unpredictable to other people, though, and appear as though you don't have a direction. You do. You just don't have to explain every step of your thought process to somebody else or anybody else. Especially if it's a group of people, they can concern themselves with each other. It's not your problem. And for week 3, we've got the Knight of Wands. Again, following your passions, but in an upside down and backwards way. But you're getting there quicker doing it the exact opposite of the way. It could just be in the middle of the month that you thought you were supposed to do things a certain way, and you followed somebody else's way of doing them. And you're now realizing the fault in that. And this could be a lifelong way of acting, speaking, thinking, interacting with people. And now you're trying to undo all of the ill will, all the difficulty you may see that you've brought other people now. But it's going to be frustrating. And you're not going to get to your goal or to these multiple goals that you have quickly, because you do have to restructure how you think and how you feel. So you're going to have to find a lot of patience for yourself and understand you may have to backtrack and relearn some things, like take the same information that you learned before, but reread it and understand it with this new train of thought that you have. For week 4, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is good. So this is you turning things around for the better. Even if things don't seem as though they're going in your favor, you are now the one turning that big Plinko wheel in the sky to your benefit. So anything that comes out of this is going to be in your favor. However, you're not sure exactly how it's going to be in your favor and what's going to come through for you. And wrapping up the energy of the month, we've got the Ten of Cups in reverse. So other people that you're dealing with are just going to have to deal with the fact that you're changing your mind. You're going back on some of the things that you said. You are fully within this King of Wands energy. You are allowed to change, and you're allowed to change because you said you are. So you're giving yourself the latitude to correct some mistakes, correct some pedagogy that you've been subscribed to for a very long time, and realizing the error of it. And that's going to cause you some disharmony with the relationships that you've built throughout your life, and because your goals are no longer aligned to the same things that they were whenever you knew these people, or whenever you came into contact or connection with these people. And not all this disconnection is your fault, so don't feel like you're to blame for it. It's just things change, situations change, people change, and if they don't want to be along for the ride, they don't have to be. They have their own journey that they're on, and as much as they think that they may be able to utilize you as a resource, with this change of thought process that you're going through, I see some people just falling off of your wagon. They're not going to be there for it. But Leo, that is your monthly for December 2024. Even though it looks like you have some trials and tribulations to go through, it's just because you're changing your mind and you're trying to correct some things for yourself, and you don't care what other people think about it right now. All in all, that is a good attitude to go, for the most part. It's a good attitude to have going into a new year, because this could just be you setting New Year's resolutions or preparing to and making way for them. So be patient with yourself. Don't expect people to agree with you and stay with you because you're changing your mind, you're changing what you're aligning yourself to. And patience, patience, patience. But anyway, if you like this reading and you want to see more, please be sure to like and subscribe. And thank you for watching Rogue Mystic Divination, and I will see you guys later.